Are you ready, noobs?
Fuck you, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Fuck you, Captain.
Oh, who lives with his parents is north of DC. Annoying and boring and newbie is he. You wanna convince me to go buy a Switch and camp in a corner and snipe like a bitch. Ready? Six, 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 spurs. Six, 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 spurs. Six, 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 spurs. Six, 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 spurs.
Fuck you, Captain.
Hey, what's up? It's Nerve. This will be a random commentary touching on a bunch of random topics and subjects. First off, with that intro, I was playing the other night trying to get the 100 wins contract done that I'd started a long time ago and never finished. And I was like 3 games away or something. And the matches of the day started out well. Some high KD wins, everything was going good. Then all of a sudden, my COD luck kicked in, and it seemed like no matter which lobby I got into, it was either a losing match in progress or a losing match in in the making, we'll say, because the team balance was so bad. Which, at the same time, like, it pisses me off at the time if I'm carrying my teams every freaking match or once in a while. But when compared to World War II and their skill-based matchmaking, I prefer the matchmaking in Black Ops 3 to a degree. I know back in the day the matchmaking was perfect because there was no matchmaking. Really, it was just random as hell. Like in Black Ops 1, the teams are like seemingly totally random. So you'll have huge wins and then huge losses. The losses are annoying, but again, it's better balanced. So, long story short, I think it was 9 losses in a freaking row. Mind you, I did reset my stats recently. I reset my Black Ops 3 account and started fresh, thinking that, well, fresh account, not going for dark matter, my KD will be really high and all that kind of stuff. Which, to a degree, it's true, because not having to worry about dark matter and getting headshots and all that stupid shit. My kill death ratio is higher than it was. It's around 2.5, 2.5, something like that. Score per minute, though, is suffering because nobody plays objective modes in Call of Duty because everyone's assholes, apparently. So TDM is all you really get most of the time, and TDM is a very random game mode with random kills and deaths a lot of times. So I would prefer having domination, so I get the score per minute up, and having a more clear knowledge of where the enemies are going to be because of having to go after specific flags and whatnot. But anywho, so 9 losses in a row. Tank and Solo asked me if I wanted to join on them. I said sure. Jumped into that match. One of the DLC maps that I'm not a big fan of at all. And this guy is sniping, which, in retrospect, the way that he was sniping is really the way that I prefer people to snipe. In a lot of ways, because especially in World War II, you've got people using sniper rifles as fucking submachine guns because you can, because of quickscoping. And this guy was hanging back, kind of, being careful. I wouldn't call it camping, it was just being really reserved and careful the way he was playing. Which again, with the sniper rifle, that's the way you're supposed to use them. You're supposed to hang back and time your shots. But at the time, I was pissed because of the freaking 8 back-to-back or 9 back-to-back losses. And then his name was, it was so damn edgy. 666. I had to say something, so that's where that came from. Just a sniper pissing me off. Of course, me and Tank were teamed up playing some matches, and that's what kind of where these gameplays in the background came from. Had some cool dart kills. Some of them were kind of clutch. Some of them would have been clutch if we were in a position where we were about to lose, but you know, there were still some cool kills nonetheless, and I figured I'd share those. And also the MSMC, I know they nerfed it, but it's still way better gun than most of the guns in the game, even after the nerf. So I'm glad it still kills well because I enjoy that weapon, and I'm glad that they put it in the game and I was able to unlock it. And I was able to get the 100 wins challenge done, which will be in a different upload. I got the HD40, unlocked that gun finally, which in the past it was one of the ones that I wanted to get because, I don't know, it's a submachine gun, it's kind of fun. And it's not a bad gun per se, but it's just extremely average. So, especially right now while I'm trying to just get everything unlocked to unlock Fire Break again so I get the freaking Purifier back, using that gun, the HD40, just isn't very, I think, wise at this juncture. Sticking to guns that actually kill people quick, probably my best bet, so I'm not really using it at the moment. Speaking of Fire Break, I've been using the Black Market Specialist a lot. You know, because they're obviously 3 or 4 kills and you got a specialist weapon. However, most of the people in this game anymore, they don't use anything fun. They just use Ripper or Sparrow or something stupid, Tempest, whatever, stuff that I just don't use, I don't like. So in the past, where I would get, you know, a lot of scythes and hives and you know, flamethrowers and stuff, purifiers. Anymore, it's just Rippers, Sparrows, and Tempests for the most part, and I just don't like that crap. So, going to be shelving that idea and just using Hive or something until I get the Fire Break unlocked again. And on to the next random. I know Condry from Sledgehammer's been talking a lot with the community back and forth about integrating some changes to World War II to make the game more enjoyable, hopefully, for the players. And you know, some of the stuff is annoying to me, like the sprint out time. Not so much that I care, because as far as sprint out times, I mean, in a game like World War II, it doesn't really affect me as much. I don't really notice it that much. And you figure if everyone is dealing with the same problem, it's not really a problem in a way, you know. If the sprint out times across the board are all lower than they normally would have been, then that's an issue for everyone, so we all encounter it. It's not like one person's better off than another. Except, if you're sniping with the the car or whatever, the quick scoping needs to be addressed, and supposedly they're going to be doing that. They're going to be buffing and nerfing some guns. The sniping is one of those things, one of those weapons, the car at least. Which that'll be helpful, I think. They're going to be adjusting the points per kill in Domination, which is a needed fix because Domination's dead because nobody really wants to play it because you can't get score streaks, and then the score streaks that you do earn, most of them cost too much and don't do much of shit, which is another thing they're supposed to be changing. The effectiveness of the score streaks and probably the cost of getting them. I know the chopper gun or whatever the hell it's called in World War II, it's not that great. I feel like it could last a little longer because the chopper gunner in like Black Ops 1, for instance, lasted for quite a while and was nice and powerful. So that's definitely missed. So if they could get rid of the amount of score that it takes to get the ball turret gunner in World War II, make it last a little longer, and in my personal opinion, they really need to lessen the amount of flash that comes off of the turrets as they're firing, because it's annoying to use. Like for me specifically, you know, with my eyes being more sensitive to light as time passes because of the MS and crap, the flashing lights from those turrets bother the shit out of my eyes, and it's distracting. I mean, if it costs that much to earn a score streak, it should be fun first and foremost. It should be a fun, destructive score streak. It shouldn't be irritating in any way, especially not with flashing lights and shit. So, I don't know. There's lots of things they can adjust. At the end of the day, though, I did reinstall World War II, but I've only been playing War Mode 99% of the time because I enjoy war. I think it's the best part of Call of Duty World War II. And honestly, if they would just invest entire DLC packs to war maps, I'd probably buy them, to be honest with you, because I feel like it's the best reason to play the game. The other maps aren't getting any better. They're not getting any more additions. No new maps are being added for free. So I just don't have much of an incentive to play the base multiplayer game. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I've been rambling for a while. I've also got a video coming up where I installed the 1080 Ti for the Win 3 and talking about some things with that. And lately I'm talking with War Tank about playing some different games, some stuff other than COD. Because he and I both agree that Call of Duty, especially over the years, has become this thing where it's the game that you want to like. Like, you really want to like Call of Duty and you want to play it, but it just gets so frustrating. I know Black Ops 3, on top of the specialists and all that annoying bullshit, the game just plays like garbage on PC now. It's been having some stuttering and frame drop issues and frame rate issues for, I don't know, better part of a year and a half, and they just never fixed it. And, I mean, it was nice of them to get back in and do some balancing stuff with the guns recently, but you know, they need to really focus on the game itself, how smooth it is, the issues with the mechanics and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. Anyway, look, I would imagine that you would see some other content from me besides Call of Duty, or at least maybe some older Call of Duties, and definitely some Battlefield and stuff coming up. So, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Peace.